Growing up, basketball has always played a giant role in my life. I started playing when I was in kindergarten, played up until 8th grade, and after I graduated, I thought to myself, why stop now? So I decided to play all throughout high school as well. It not only gave me some great memories growing up, but it also gave me friendships and things that I'll never forget and I'll cherish for the rest of my life. I have been playing since I was little, like I said, and that's why I'm a reliable source to kind of teach you the game a little bit. If you're ever bored, basketball is something that'll kill time. If you have 30 minutes to kill, go outside with your friends, play a game of horse, maybe go to the park and play a pickup game, 5-on-5, 3-on-3, whatever you want to do. It's a great way of meeting new friends. That's what I recommend. That's what I did, at least. I'd go to my local gym and meet a lot of new people and just play. It's good for cardiovascular endurance. It helps with your cardio, you could say. If you want to get a good cardio session in, I recommend going to play some basketball. It'll definitely help, and also it's a good confidence booster. Well, for me, growing up, I was always like little, so being pretty good at basketball was kind of good and made people, kind of look up to me in a way. Basically, what I'll be doing today is giving you guys some info about basketball, not only the fundamental skills, but also the history of basketball, from not only when it started, but until now, basically. Basically, the game of basketball was invented by James Naismith in 1891. He was a physical education teacher, and the reason he invented the game was simply because he wanted a sport that would not only help kids play together, but also learn the value of teamwork. The games that they were playing supposedly weren't giving those qualities of that basketball were, and then all football and everything came along also. It was organized as a 5-player game in 1895, and then the NBA was organized in 1946, and now, as you see, well, it's changed quite drastically. Now I'll kind of demonstrate a couple of things with my cousin Tyler here. I'll be demonstrating how to play defense, how to pass the ball, a couple passes, and then jump shot and layups, and dribbling also. I'll start with dribbling. So basically, use your fingertips, and what you want to do is you kind of just want to bounce it like this, and you can also do a bunch of other things like this and like crossover and all this stuff. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be dribbling, and you don't want to stop and then dribble again, because that's a double dribble. There's traveling, which is basically when you're dribbling with the ball, you grab it and then walk more than 2 or 3 steps. That's traveling. Major violation in college and NBA basketball. Dribbling basically is a very big key in basketball. It helps with getting out of tough situations that you're in. It helps with getting basically the play started. So you have, like I demonstrated, a bunch of dribbles like this. You can cross, like dribble like this, come around. So there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do. Next, I'll be demonstrating some passes. So, here, stand over here. Don't want to put the con. There's a chest pass. There's a chest pass you could do where you go like this, and that's about it. All you do is you get the ball like this from basically it's shoulders out like this, and then you step with your dominant or your opposite foot and pass like that to the chest of the opposing teammate, or your teammate, if it makes sense. And then there's the overhead pass, which is pretty effective for if you see a teammate going down the court and you don't want to throw it like this, or you don't think that'll be effective, so you kind of just want to step with your pivoting foot and throw it overhead like that. That's pretty effective. A lot of power behind it. The next pass that is my personal favorite. You step. I usually do it with one hand, but most like beginners for basketball, you like to use 2 hands. So you step, and it's called the bounce pass. You bounce like that. and it's pretty good for a tight transitioning offensive play. So say the defense is closing in, you want to get a tight pass. I always bounce like that. I'll use one hand and bounce it like that. As you can see, it's pretty good too. Then basically for that, I mean, that's about it for passing. You can do a bunch of other passes. You can just behind the back, other stuff, but that's for more advanced players. Next, I'll teach you guys the jump shot. If you want to give me a pass real quick. Basically, you get the ball, you shoot like that. Oh no, all right, well, whatever. So basically how to shoot a jump shot is you get the ball, come up to you, you get the ball like this, and you want your dominant hand on the top of the ball like this, and your opposite hand, which is my left, on the side. And usually I stand about, I keep my elbow out and like this elbow in on my dominant hand, and then I always turn my feet like this. Most people may do like this, or any way. Some people do it out, but I like to keep my feet to the side, and then you bend down and jump up like that. So you just come up like this and jump like that. So basically that's about it for that. So let's see if I can make it this time. Nope, okay. Well, I usually make it, so. Then we have the layup, which is one of the easiest shots in basketball. I mean, there's the dunk too, but I'm not tall enough for that. So you can basically just, here, Ty, give me a pass real quick. All you do is you run up like this, you go off your left foot like that, and lay it up. So all you do is you'll be dribbling like this and go off your left foot. If you want to do on the right side, if you want to go on the left, you'll dribble up and go off the right foot. That's a pretty easy shot. I mean, and then there's the free throw, which is basically from the free throw line. Same thing, just normal shot, but you don't usually jump. And then the last thing I'll do is play some defense. Come on, stand here. All you do is basically you stand shoulder width apart, knees shoulder width apart, arms out, simply because you don't want the offensive or the opposing team to make a pass like low or high. So if they pass it low, here, Ty, pass it like down here. I can easily just block it like that. Or pass it higher. Go over here. Come like this. I can just block it like that. So basically, and then you need to also be able to like shuffle back and forth like this, quick, or like go one way or go the other. Okay, so if you want to go to the net, I'll demonstrate that. Try going to the net. You basically want to shuffle like that, and then like kind of pick it like that. You kind of like go for the ball for a steal. A steal is basically when the defending team takes the ball away from the opposing team. So that's basically that. And yeah, I mean, hopefully I gave you guys a good insight on basketball. Gave you guys some good tips, and you learned a little bit about the history of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.